This is the fourth video about is the Jill Clements. This is her third video, and I wanna keep going to with the structures and improvements within the utility easement or right away. I wanna keep going to the here, and why I decided to move to my trees next to the fence to the roads, and I read it. I believe it's this one, but it's the and still do the same thing. It's the biggest problem is the people is complaining about my animals, and everybody wants to make sure and they are healthy, they are under the sun, because is the animals can not be under the sun. Make sure is that they have feed it, they are not hydrated, and whatever here is in theirs. I show the pictures and stuff. And also is the trees is the according to the and the city is they are public nuisance is the it is the date of June 11, 2025. It is the health and safety issues in publicly, and I said is the Miss Clements. If I give you transportation engineering is the intro. This is a really basic intro and calculation. And can you able to tell me it is really problem or not? She said no. I said you cannot because you are not an engineer. I said if I ask you the questions from here, can you tell me yes or no? She said okay, that's good. The determination of the alignment may be done either by conventional ground survey methods or by aerial programmetry. She doesn't know which one is which one, but she said she's like looking. Whatever I'm talking here is Chinese to her. That's fine. Doesn't matter for her. She doesn't need to know nothing. She knows best of the best fascism and discrimination. That's more than enough for the zoning enforcement officer. She doesn't need to know what style surveyings need to be done, or is the like determination for eliminations. You know what I mean? Is like conventional style, photogrammetry side. You know what I mean? It might be my pronunciation is not right, but doesn't matter. She knows the best discrimination and fascism. It's enough. I said the Kinzel Road is approximately a road or street, however they call it, non-commercial. Is the maximum speed limit is 25 miles an hour. If you are agree for it, and I can explain the older techniques, because Kinzel Road is measured 3,237 linear feet, approximately 0.613 miles. Designed and built maybe before 1950. And 99% of the designer builder used the old techniques before 1950. Might be there are no engineer was involved with the project. It was a build. I don't have any information about it. In the City of Avon have the reconnaissance in the procedure available printable data. I couldn't find it in the city. I couldn't find it in the Department of Transportation. I couldn't find anything in the ODOT. I couldn't find anything in the Lorain County Engineer either. I asked a question from your data because she came to it is a public nuisance, it is a safety issues. If you don't have any designs, data, calculation, and agree and the old techniques. She doesn't know what's the old techniques either, but I explained to her. At least she has idea. She can tell me yes or no. I want to start to testifying. Transportation engineering is couple stuff to be testify. And engineering has economic data, analysis data, surveying, however the road is designed, geometric designs, building criteria, streets and highways. How we design this. Design controls are traffic value, like value the traffic, like how many cars a day. Character of the traffic, what kind of vehicles is passing there, like cars, pickup trucks. They are also like light commercial, but is the commercial trucks, heavy commercial trucks, like dump trucks, like load dump trucks it's different. Design speed, it's everybody's driving 80 miles, 70 miles an hour, or like 25 miles an hour. You know what I mean? It depends. Weight traffic. You know what I mean? This is not a commercial traffic. I designed with the 26,000 pound at the max, 13 tons. I did purpose here. You cannot design road 26,000 pounds. She didn't say anything because she doesn't know what the hell I'm doing. You cannot design road with the, yes, it's technically what I did right. But if you design with the whatever I did here, you cannot let any semi trucks pass in the Kinsler Road. You know, but she doesn't know what I did. She's just looking to my face. She said, you know how long is the Kinsler Road? I don't know. She's just looking my face. Said, ma'am, is this long? And then I stopped. I didn't ask anything. You know? And then traffic volume. It is a residential street. It is a highway. We don't have to talk about the influence of the vehicles and are passing in the street and hours. Doesn't matter how many hours is passing in the street, because we don't have to calculate the really value. Because it doesn't matter how many maximum 1,000 vehicles is passing an hour. She has no clue, but she has clue it's danger. Character of the traffic is the non-commercial in here. Vehicles are maximum supposed to be 26,000 pounds. Why I decide that one? That's not mine. This is the city's decided, because both sides of the street is a non-commercial, non-used truck use signs there. Only school buses are allowed to drive in the Kinsler Road. And Avon School District has a type A. A type is the Class C buses. Freightliner and International I saw. I didn't see any other vehicles. They are typically like about 11 to 13,000 pounds, but I still consider about the 26,000 pounds. Their approximate legal weight is like 26,000 pounds I did. If you are completely packed, with loaded actually, I'm sorry, and packed older kids like that, we can add a couple more 1,000 pounds. Like if high school kids in it, it's little more. Design speed approved at adopted American Association State of Highway Officials 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, and 80 miles per hour at the max. Kinsler Road current speed maximum 25 miles an hour. It's under the state on federal laws. And we don't have any to talk about average daily traffic, as I said. If you are agreed with me, calculation is as of 1966 and 1986. We have two different calculations. Before 1966, we don't have any calculation, and then 1966 is the new calculations came with the 2,500, and then is the 1986 is the 5,200. And then daily traffic is the 7,200. T is the 12%. And then velocity is the 60 miles an hour. We don't have any of these. I don't have exactly know when I was designed the build. I got the performance from the 1966 and 1986. I designed for both of them. I mean, calculate for both of them. Years of the prosecutors. Weight of the limit, none of the commercial maximum legal limit in 26,000 pounds. According to these, nothing wrong. You have any idea? No, but it was wrong. There is not a curb. My side of the street. Vision is over 600 feet. Why it is dangerous? F. I want to talk about the condition deemed in nuisance. I said, first the copies of documents provide to me my attorney, Mr. Mooney, give me too dark. It's really dark, honestly. Like whatever I got from my attorney, the pictures are like these. You know, I can't say like any of them. Like it's which one is which one is which. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yes, I have some pictures, but I don't know whatever it is. It's something black there, and I don't know. And could you please identify clear the building materials, numbers, and you referring to exhibit 11 number picture. She showed me it's this. There is the building materials are. There is no building materials there, ma'am. There's just a picture of my building. Anyway, and then I also respectfully have question for Miss Clements. How will you determine these items are lumber? No answer. She cannot even see. How can she determine they are like that, right? Do you know about these materials using for? City or ORD says permitting allowing building materials remaining if such building materials are not removed, utilized construction within 30 days after such materials are placed upon premises. However, if construction is proceed, whatever the compression is a regular considered manner, such building materials which are to be used to construct may remain upon premises for a period not to exceed 30 days after completion of the construction. She answered, I appreciated her. Oh, she said it's those materials using for the building. So I appreciate it. That's good. That's what I need to know. Because yes, they are for my barn, and that's my barn projects materials, correct. And thank you for your response. I will completely with the whatever is the city ordinance require with the discuss with the law director. He wasn't there at that point because they already squashed my stuff. And the public nuisance is the last one is the G. Barrels, containers, metal, leathers, piles of the woods and stuff. I said, ma'am, as if I'm not wrong, is we talking about this thing, right? This is the barrel. Is it wood? She said, yeah, it's wood. You don't have these. Okay, but when I Google it, its barrel is this. Okay, do I have these? She said, no. Okay. You're talking about the containers, right? Is it container? You're talking about these kitchen containers? She said, no, you don't have those. But it says container right there. Okay. How about the container meaning these? Larger one. This is the shipping container. Are you talking about these? No, you don't have these. But it says container there. Okay. How about the leathers, metal leathers? You talking about these? She said, yes. It's a public nuisance. She said, yes, it's on your driveway. I said, no, it wasn't in my driveway. I mean, it was in my, I hope you were not in my basement. She said, no, it was on your driveway. Okay. It's good to know. And I want to let Avon residents know, don't leave your metal ladders on your driveway. It's a public nuisance. Okay, I respectfully disagree with the claim these are located in my property. Okay. And the only metal ladders I have stored in my basement, and only container I have is in my kitchen. I hope no one enter my home without my permission. No answer. I want to show some more pictures, barrel containers, which is I did. No answer. First of the copies documents provided to my attorney Mooney is too dark. Could prefer identity barrels containers is the what you preferring to? No preferring. She didn't say anything. And she already forgot what she claimed. Because she doesn't know what the hell she's doing. I know what she's trying to do, but I wanna know what is the clarification. And all alleged barrels, containers, metal ladders, I locate away from the public view. And I do not create the traffic hazard public safety issue. I respectfully ask how items is constate a violation. I'm sorry. No answer. Thank you for your response. I completely with the whatever the City of Avon ordinance require. I will discuss matter with the law director. I never have a chance discuss with him. He wasn't there. He came. I'm going to read the city squash is rest of the pages. I'm going to read in a minute. After the I'm going to done with the Miss Clements. I'm going to read it what they won for the 10 city employees. Why they didn't wanna bring the people and then why they bring. And I asked the questions. This is really important for everybody, for our residents. Okay. Zoning Enforcement Officer and Jill Clements, City of Avon. Thank you for the explanation. After all this explanation, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and all these claims, I mean, there was no explanation, but at least she tried to say something. I start to ask some questions as much I can because the prosecutor didn't let me go. Denying, but there is no denying here. I'm going to say every single things. I'm making the clarification for everybody, and I'm going to post in my YouTube and Facebook channel. And also, I already made the claim for the public entities, for the federal and state, and they know what the hell going on. Thank you for your explanation for the City of Avon. Ohio criminal complaints. I try to understand from your explanation. Now I want to ask some questions because they make what's your educational background? She's a high school graduate. And at the time you hiring, were you any specific educational qualifications required for your position? She said no. Did you hold any these qualification degrees? Correct. She said what? Public administration, urban planning, city planning, construction management, or civil engineering? She said no. Any of the civil engineering programs? She said no. Do you hold any other qualifications or degrees? She said no. For how long have you been employed and City of Avon zoning and code enforcement officer? She said 4 years, I believe. 4 or 6. And I said, did you have any previous experience before this position? She said, yes, she used to work with the different position in the city because they are not changing. Like city, if you're working with the city, they are hiring for the next positions. They are not taking anybody from outside. I'm going to come there too, but it's not her. And have you ever faced have you ever been involved in a lawsuit while serving in this position? She said no. It was lie. She did. I sued her. $1 million. Yeah, I dismissed the case, but I did. She lied there. Have you ever faced a criminal charge? She said no. I don't know about that because I dismissed the case. But she said she never sued. What does the zoning and code enforcement officer does? She tried to explain some things. I wasn't agree, but it's trying to be what Google says. The meaning, nothing. I sent an email 7/6/2025, 5:48 p.m. Please explain number 4. What action did you take after receiving it? Nothing. The email says about whatever I said, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to waste your time because there are too many things, like days. If I will, I can make 20 videos for Jill Clements. Doesn't matter what I ask, doesn't matter whatever it is. This is only I make for her is the 3 videos. The rest of these, like Emily Hansen or the mayor or the other people, I'm gonna make a short and straight 1 videos for each, and I'm gonna come to the end summary why it's happening like this. And no answer. Why did you not carry out your duties at the time? And are those not your responsibilities? Zoning and the enforcement officer, it may have not misunderstood earlier. Apologize for this case. No answer. Oh, by the way, this everything is under the, I gave the court numbers and everything is recording. It's a public. You can go get and get the court record if you want to really hear. It's public. According to July 16, 2025, not exhibit number 5, you state that I have a 2 8-foot fence post in my front yard. I was required to obtain permit and because the front yard fence must be limited to 4 feet. Is that correct? Yes or no? She said yes. If it's correct, why you didn't include the court documents? No answer. When I was submit the permit application, if you obligate issue the permit, yes or no? She said no. Or what kind? I said, okay, ma'am. Zoning is a giving a permit. No. Doesn't matter is a what kind? No. Because same thing, when I asked this question to Emily, she said the defense permit is zoning is giving. Anyway. And if the answer is yes, why has a permit for my barn not have been issued since 2022? Oh, that's a building permit. What is the basis of your determination those 2 8-foot posts are fence posts? Just they saw 2 things in my yard at this fence. Actually, there is the cameras on it. I have total 6 approximately 9-foot posts erected, not 2 8-foot posts. If any clarification is needed, we are addressing it now. She said no. I have also approximately 1 tandem axle truckload dirt located in the east side of my property and any clarification needed, we are addressing it now. She said no. The dirt piles cannot sink from the road. I believe someone else made a complaint about them, and they should report it directly. Why I did not do so? Nothing. According to July 16, 2025, notice code violations letter says currently there are abortive plants within the right-of-way and front of your house. Those are studied over the City of Watermain. They are observed with oncoming traffic along the Kinzel, positioning the safety issue. Their plans must be removed immediately. Yes or no? She said yes. When I began the question, I asked about the educational level and training. You state your knowledge is you have a transportation engineering. She said no. If another person directed you on include your letter, why did that person not sign as well? If that is not the case, how can you explain without having the necessary knowledge? She's not transportation engineering. She is deciding it is a public issue, nuisance issue, it is a view issue, transportation issue, but no. Could please explain for a civil engineering perspective so I can understand better? No answer. Objections is coming from the prosecutor. It's not objections, but it is. If it is a transportation engineering review, qualified for your role in City of Avon, Ohio zoning code enforcement officer, verify whether of calculations and the explanation are correct, yes or no? She said no. I mean, she doesn't know. The good thing she didn't. At least one thing she did right. Because she doesn't have enough degree to calculate my calculation. I mean, she cannot able to do high school degree. I have 2 college degrees. Construction management and then civil engineering. To do my work. I give them exhibit 13. Exhibit 1, you draw by you, the first blueprint I showed. And I said, who did it? She said, it's the Sugar Valley engineer. Do you have explanation about that blueprint? No, she doesn't know what's going on there. She only knows about the trees 15 feet from the road. That's it. Because they told her whatever it is. Maybe she cannot able to read the blueprint. What did you know about the what do you want me to do? No answer. According to city ordinance, county, state, or the federal law, is the explanation. Prosecutor. Next question. Does the City of Avon have the city ordinance specifically requiring a trees, yes or no? No. That's other lie. They have it. 1458, I believe. It is 124808 trees. I read the last mail. It's right there. I'm going to. Do you have children? They stopped me from here. Prosecutor stopped me. I didn't able to ask the questions from here. Okay, I'm asking the questions from here to the end. Yes or no? Ma'am, if you do not wish to answer this question, I will move on to the next question. I will clarify my second question. Did you send your son to the area around my house last summer where he and his friends made a noise, used profanity toward me, or did he come his own? I didn't able to ask. You may believe I didn't recognize him. However, I did. If I had filed a complaint or called 911, he likely would have left before the police arrived. I couldn't able to ask these questions, but it's so clear after this point. Do you have the other? I didn't ask this question either. What's her name? I believe her name is Christy Clements. Is correct? I didn't ask either. Is she on the social media? Yes or no? She didn't say that. Only I asked one question. Are you harassing me, chasing me in the social media? She said no. Yes, she does. She is blocked with her own Facebook. This is her daughter's Facebook page. Every single details, whatever I post in my social media, she's checking on me. She's spying me. This is harassment. Nobody can prove anybody is in this case. I subpoena. I'm around their house, in their social medias. I'm trying to get the cynic into their house. I'm trying to get any information from them. But they all try to do, and they are doing. I have a sign, only last one day, they have picture. That's good enough. Even city, after I give because as soon as I give the health department's certificate, everything is dismissed pretty much. I don't know what I'm gonna charge, get it, but okay, Haidar said the materials are not usable. Correct, I did, and prosecutor jump on it. I hope I will get a charge for it. Because doesn't matter if I won't, because I have a record already. And they jumped on it. Yes, it is. I have a junk crane now. I have a 2 jump forklift. I already mentioned it. And the air compressor, I have junk. You are all responsible for it because you ask structural engineers stem from me. And that is all reason. I'm coming from the end. Your discrimination, your racism, your narcissism, your fascism has a reason. Because your corruption, your organized crime, everything goes to the money, and I know what the hell you are doing. You are pushing me with your public enforcement officer, with your police to kick me out from the A1. That's why you are doing it. Why you are doing it? I'm coming there. The final statement, according to the Clements, she cannot able to testify everything and this thing. Yes, number A is the zoning issue. Number B, fence, is the building issue. But she did. C is the zoning issue. D is the zoning issue. E is a zoning issue, safety department, and law department. Only her name was there. F is a building department issue. G is a building and zoning issue. Jill Clements, she's a zoning officer, high school graduate. She's not a law director. Even she's a mayor, she cannot do this. She cannot act like this. Even like this, the sidewalk program, she sent the people out to notice. It is a building department or service department's job. She's acting like an owner of the city of Cleveland. Owner. This is a public entity, local government. She cannot do it. That is the issue. I'm giving you my review. As much this business, I have been doing this thing since I was a kid. My family has been doing this job 1942. My grandfather started this kind of business, concrete business. And then my father and I did, and then I have not been doing. Because the quality, when the people start to be looking the money, qualities get done, I didn't change my quality and I stopped concrete. This is my review for about the Miss Clements, and I'm done for her. Miss Clements has appeared to court, handled various matters on behalf of the city of Avon without the proceeding a power of attorney. She didn't have any power of attorney for the building department, Emily Hansen. She testified. And or service department or law director. Even the exhibit number 2 shows she controlled the sidewalk program. In addition, she has an official mailing and emails behalf of the multiple city departments, including the building department, engineering department. Actually, the exhibit number 1 was the engineering, safety and service department, and law director. As of I appear, she's acting representative capacity for the city of Avon, Ohio, rather than solely as a zoning enforcement officer. This is illegal. As far as I know, I'm not an attorney. Whoever is watching these things, if anybody is attorney and doing this kind of things, I don't know. City's legal representations, as far as I know, structure is assigned to the city law director, John Gassier, I believe. And she's not a licensed attorney, as far as I understand, because she says she's high school graduate. She has been involved in a wide range of the communications actions behalf of the city. These are not the concerns. I also raise issues regarding the Ohio rules of the evidence concerning expert testimony. She's experting work requires licensed professionals like a transportation engineering views. She's asking, telling, it's the safety issues. She's not a civil engineer. Only expert can validate the technical calculations, as far as I know. You know what I mean? And officers are limited to basic observations. If I'm not wrong, that's the things I know. She did not demonstrate knowledge of these subjects of matters. Did she verify whether my calculations were correct or not? No, she didn't know. Did I give her everything's right? No, I did not give everything right. 26,000 pounds looks like right, but not. I gave that number. It looks like right, but it's not. You cannot design with the 13 ton. That meaning is not commercial vehicles passes the street. It need to be passed. Yes, less passing limit, but you cannot design. Miss Clement has no experience within her job, and she has been acting a way that affects me along with the other legal issues. That's not the only things. There is not only civil issues. Yes, racism is civil issue. Narcissism is civil issue. Discrimination is a civil issue. Even fascism in this country is the civil issue. Harassing is the civil issue. Whatever the other stuff she did, civil issue. But these are crime. She is criming. She is doing everything for city, one person. I believe we need to fire everybody in the city. If she does everything, mayor says the 160 people work for the city. We need to hire 159. Even we don't need a mayor if she does these. Anyway, this is just a testifying. I am done with her as of now. This is just for the court documents. And of course, I'm going to, with the end of that, I'm going to give the full summary why these people is attacking me like this. And for the criminal side. And I'm going to the next video. Video number, I believe, is this is the 3, 4, I believe. With the Emily Hansen. If it's 4, it's going to be 5. Thank you.